connecting Indigenous musicians and artists to the world. Welcome to Indigenous Superstars with your host, Rhonda Head.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Rhonda Head. I'm coming to you live from Opaskwayak Cree Nation and from Begeti, Manitoba, the heart of Opaskwayak Cree Nation. So welcome to the show. It's my 59th show, and I'm really excited to continue to bring you some amazing artists that I have bringing to you since April. And every show has been so exciting, and some really amazing stories have come out from each and all the guests that I've interviewed so far. And I'm looking forward to my guest tonight and my guest next week. So it's really exciting, and I just want to give the province of Manitoba a shout out for giving me the stay-at-home grant for the show Indigenous Superstars. So thank you very much. I got to update some of my equipment, and I'm working on a new website right now. So hopefully that'll be out in the next few weeks. So I'm really excited about that. So it's really an exciting time for me right now, even though it's not an exciting time in the world. But however, I'm going to go off topic for a while. I just want to give a shout out to the Winnipeg Jets. They're winning their game right now against the Ottawa Senators. The last time I checked, it was 4-0. And I want to give a shout out to my favorite hockey player in the whole world, and I think everyone knows who that is. That's Mark Scheifele. He scored a goal tonight. So right on, Mark Scheifele, number 55. Keep on playing hockey. Woo-hoo. So I want to read the bio of my next guest. And I had him on the show in the beginning when I started in April. I believe it was my third or fourth guest. So this is my 59th show. But I'm interviewing Jerry again, because when I first started out, I was using another program which didn't allow me to stream on YouTube and also to stream on or to download for the podcast. So I invited him back to come on to the show, and that's Jerry Sereda. So I'm just going to read his bio. Following the success of his second album, Turn the Country On, with several charting songs, Jerry has spent a year making his mark on the Canadian country and Indigenous music scene, performing high-energy, interactive shows and gaining popularity with his name tied to acts such as Eric Church, Dierks Bentley, Luke Bryan, and Zach Brown. Jerry's style of singing has been compared to Garth Brooks and Tim McGraw, and he continues to expand his fan base with his upbeat rhythms and commanding stage presence. Growing up in the Parkland region of Manitoba, Jerry grew up embracing his Indigenous roots and learning how to hunt, fish, trap, and live off the land. During these times, Jerry also learned the importance of hard work, dedication, and family. It was through his family that he learned to love music, and under the guidance of his grandmother, he picked up the guitar and learned to play modern and classic country music. The love of music drove Jerry to find opportunities to perform in front of audiences so he could share the emotions and passions he felt within the music. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome my guest tonight, Jerry Sereda. Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. It's a different time in the world, but we're trying to continue to make music and to make music videos and to connect with people through social media and to send the love and support out there to people as we can. I mean, it is a tough time in the world, and we're all just trying to plug through it.
Yeah, it is a really tough time. We were talking earlier about how we're missing performing live in front of an audience, to feel that connection with an audience and that energy we feel singing in front of a live audience, and how we're both missing that so much.
It was the live performances and the energy and getting to meet people and sing songs on stages that really got me to pursue this as a career. And I love the songwriting portion, but sometimes that's the most difficult part. The I do enjoy writing songs, and I do love what comes out of it. But for me, that's the work. When I get out on stage and get to see people and to sing and to dance and to play guitar, that's the reward. That's getting to connect with people that are there to support you. And there's nothing better. And I can't wait until I can see everybody again. I'm missing it so much.
Yeah, me too. I'm missing it a lot, really lots. I think all the musicians are really missing it. It's almost coming to a year now where we had to stop all our gigs, and we started doing them virtually. But I want to ask you a couple of questions about yourself. What inspired you to get into music?
I grew up in a very musical family. Whenever we'd go on car rides, there was me, my brothers, mom and dad. We'd always be singing, always have the radio cranked. Whenever we were at home or camping, there was always music going on. My grandmother and my grandparents always played instruments, and I always loved seeing that. And it was a very positive experience for me. Just connecting with family and being able to sing songs that we love. And it's in its own way. It affects your mental outlook on things. Like it's such a relaxing, almost like a meditation. That's what got me into music. And then I remember being at Dolphins Country Fest, and I was learning to play guitar. My grandmother was teaching me, but I was very shy and I didn't want to get up in front of people. And then I was at one show, and it was actually Dierks Bentley, who I ended up doing some shows with later on in a few years later. But to see him on stage performing and the crowd mesmerized, I was mesmerized, and I was like, I would love to do that. I would love to experience that. And I had to slowly get over that, the fear of being up in front of people. I mean, never mind singing and dancing, just standing in front of people used to freak me out. Still does a bit.
So how did you do that?
I'm not going to lie. When I was younger, back in my university days, there might have been some liquid courage to help me get through the first couple. But then when I started becoming serious about it, I realized, I wasn't at my best in those circumstances. So it was just something I had to get through, and I had to find what I loved about it. And it was that interaction and, being able to see the people singing the songs and dancing and having a good time and using that energy in a positive way to give back to them. And I've always said, the crazier the crowd gets, the crazier I'm going to get. And there's no limit to what might happen at one of my shows. I've given away my guitars. I've jumped off stage and line danced with people. I actually remember one time, if people are familiar with, there was the Pony Corral in downtown Winnipeg, and they have a stage that's kind of behind the bar. So there's a stage, and then in front of the stage is where the bartenders work. And then in front of them is the counter where people can sit, they can serve drinks. It's probably about 4 feet from the stage to this countertop, which is marble. And I remember one show we had there, people were so into it and so energetic. I wanted to get closer to them because I'm not used to the stage being separated so much. So here I am in cowboy boots, and I just took the leap of faith, and I jumped right over top the heads of the bartenders and landed on the bar and started singing and dancing there because I had a wireless microphone. So, it only occurred to me later that wearing cowboy boots and jumping onto what could potentially be a wet surface that's slippery could have ended disastrously. So I have to watch what I do when I get ramped up when I'm performing. Sometimes I make some crazy decisions.
Well, it sounds like a fun time to go watch you perform. So I just want to acknowledge my sister Janet said, "Go Jets, go!" and Erin Brown, she's always tuning in. She's from the States. She said, hi, awesome. And she said, hi. So welcome to the show. So the other question I have for you is, what made you decide to go into country?
It's, I've always loved country music, but I've also always loved pop and rap and hip hop and, classic rock, gospel. I listen to all types of music, opera. But honestly, I remember when I used to sing all different types of songs, my buddies used to get on my case and say, man, I love your voice, but don't sing that song. And I was like, why not? They're like, because you make it sound country and it's not a country song. I said, it is now. So country's just always suited my voice. And I really like the stories that are told in country music. Not that other genres of music don't have positive stories, but country music is all about life and love and family and, struggle to go through life, or not really the struggle, but more of the journey of going through life. And I've always related to the songs very well.
Awesome. So with that, are you ready for your first song?
Sure, I'm ready for a song.
Okay, right on.
This is a song called You Got It, and you can check out the music video at jerrysereda.com or on YouTube. Something about the way you smile always sweetens my day. Talking on the phone, baby, I'm carried away. Something in the sound of your voice takes me to a better place. Something you do turns gray skies blue, and I'm always amazed. You make the sun shine a little brighter, weight of the world a little lighter. Touch sets me on fire, oh girl, you got it. Sexy little spark in your eyes, something I can't define. Not sure what it is, but there ain't no doubt about it. So girl, you got it. Baby, if you want my heart, give you every beat I got. And if you want my time, I'll give you every tick of the clock. Yeah, all my attention in every single second. It's all yours, ready or not. You make the sun shine a little brighter, weight of the world a little lighter. Your touch sets me on fire, oh girl, you got it. Sexy little spark in your eyes, something I can't find. Not sure what it is, but there ain't no doubt about it. So girl, you got it. You act like there's nothing to it. Don't know how you do it. Going gets tough, girl, you pull me through it. It's all turning upside down. Spin it all back around. You make the sun shine a little brighter, weight of the world a little lighter. Touch sets me on fire, oh girl, you got it. Sexy little spark in your eyes, something I can't define. Not sure what it is, but there ain't no doubt about it. It's everything about you, but I can't live without it. So girl, you got it. Oh girl, you got it. Oh girl, you got it.
Right on. Thank you, Jerry. So I want to ask you, did you have a mentor when you were starting to get into the music industry?
When I first started to get into the music industry, I kind of did. My story about getting into it and really getting a shot, I suppose, would be I used to go to a lot of talent contests, and they used to have like a Bud Country Talent Search, and they used to have all these different. I even went to Canadian Idol. Tried all these different avenues, and nothing was really working out. So actually, the Indigenous Music Awards and Manitowabe put together something way back in their early days called Starcatcher, and I went and tried out for Starcatcher. I was actually ready to give up. I said, I'm done. I'm sick of this. Like, I'm not getting anywhere. It's really tough to start sometimes. But my mom convinced me. She's like, give it one more shot. Go try this out, Starcatcher. So I went, and I ended up getting third place, I believe. Through that, Errol Ranville, Seaweed, and Manitowabe, and Starcatcher, and the Indigenous Music Awards set up some shows throughout the course of the year. And there was 3 of us, first, second, and third place, that were given a chance to do shows at all of these different events. And the other 2 ended up not being able to commit to a lot of the dates. So I became the one who went out and was able to play at a lot of these. And it gave me a chance to be recognized. Plus, it also gave me a chance. One of the prizes for winning that was we got to record our first original single. So my first original single was called Time, and it was put on a compilation album and released. And to me, that's where I got hooked, was being able to go into a studio, see that experience, and being able to hear a finished product of something that I wrote. That was for me all it took, and I became hooked.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad that happened to you, because you recorded some really amazing songs, and you're so awesome on stage. You just own it when you go on and on to perform, which brings me to my next question. What do you do to prepare for a live show?
To prepare for a live show, I usually make sure that I get a good night's sleep, get a good meal in me, and I find a good workout really. It helps get rid of some of those pre-show jitters, because you can be pretty ramped up and nervous before that. But if you go and get a good workout in, so whether it's weightlifting, or I go for a run, or do some yoga, whatever it takes, it puts me in a better state of mind, so that when I come to the stage, I feel relaxed, I feel ready, and I'm less likely to go out there and lose where I am in the song, or lose where I am due to nerves.
That's awesome. Yeah. Before one of my shows, I jump around and just shake out my arms and my legs, and
Yeah.
it really helps. But I wanted to ask you about your workout, and you just shared that with you, and I'm sure the ladies want to know about your workout routine, which you just shared. Jerry has a great body, and he takes care of himself really well. So thank you for sharing your workout with us.
Yeah, I try to keep up with it. It's I've always been into kind of lifting weights just to maintain strength, because I grew up on a farm and I grew up on a trap line, and to just try to maintain some of the strength I had as a youth. I continue to do that, but then to kind of balance it, I believe life's all about balance. That's where the yoga came in. I think yoga, it keeps the flexibility up, keeps you moving, and it's very mindful. It's very meditative.
Awesome. So the other thing I wanted the audience to know tuning in is that about your education. Can you let us know about the education that you have?
Sure. When I finished high school, the first thing I did was I went to the University of Manitoba, and I started out in computer science, and it was great. But I quickly found out that as fun as computer science was, I didn't really want to make that a lifelong career. So I kind of refocused my attention to zoology, and then I ended up getting a double major in computer science and zoology. That was my first degree, and I didn't really want to pursue either of those at the time. So I immediately went into the Faculty of Education and got my teaching certificate. And then as soon as I finished that, I wanted to better myself. So I went in and I took my master's of education, and I also got my guidance counseling and my resource special education, as well as my administrator principal credentials, just so I wanted a good understanding of what the field of education was and what all facets and aspects of it were. Because being a teacher, I often wondered, guidance counselors or resource teachers would come and pull some students out, and I'd be wondering why, what's going on? Like, what don't I know? So, after getting those credentials, I was put in those roles of a resource teacher and a guidance counselor. And I got a good understanding of how to help students who have academic difficulties, as well as, social emotional difficulties. So, and I'm a firm believer now that if students don't have the academic supports that they need, and if students don't have a good social and emotional supportive relationship in the school, they can't learn anyway. So it's all pieces of the same puzzle.
That's so true. Thank you so much. Wow, you have so much education. I didn't realize when you were telling me that, I was like, holy, that's so awesome. I'm very proud of all that you have accomplished. It's so great. And thank you for sharing that. And all the people are commenting. Very cool, great song, beautiful voice. You're an awesome role model and very impressive and much respect. So thank you for sharing all that. I'm really blown away from all your education. Wow, that's so incredible.
I'm always looking for new ways to educate myself. I think it's very important in today's society to understand what's going on, to make educated decisions. Music is great, but I also want to be able to be a positively contributing member of society. So I do what I can when I can.
That's wonderful. And you are. Every time I need you to perform at one of my shows, you're always saying yes. So thank you for that too.
You're always welcome. You know that.
So you have a latest album that you're going to be releasing. Can you tell us about that?
We have an album coming out this summer, and one of the songs on that. One of the songs on that album is a song called "Trailers Rockin'," and it's a cool tune. It's not what people think it's about. It's actually just about having a party in a trailer. And the catch to the song is, if the trailer's rocking, come on in, right? It's not the classic, if the trailer's rocking, don't come knocking. So we were going to actually name the album that. But again, I being the person that I am, I don't want to give the wrong impression about who I am and what I value in life. So we have another song coming out this summer that I'm really excited for. We're just putting the finishing touches on that now. It's a song called "Classic Country Couple," and that's going to be the title of the album. And I think it's a cool song, got a cool vibe, and it's got a great story. And I can't wait for people to hear it and to get the whole album. I think there's a lot of great songs on it.
Right on. So are you ready for your second song?
Sure.
Awesome.
I'm going to play our most recent single, and this was just released just over a week ago to radio. Again, you can check out the music video for this one, and the music video was shot in Manitoba. So it's a song called "Anywhere But Me." It's a little bit more of a solemn song, so hold on. When the world like a whirlwind blows you away, when you're driving and you're driven by the dreams that you chase, follow that GPS, north, south, east, and west. But it's never Oklahoma on your mind. That black top never seems to bring you back. How you always seem to be everywhere and in between, but that highway always seems to lead anywhere but me. When you're singing along with a song that we know, every now and again you pick up the phone. When you ask me how I am, makes it harder to understand why it's never Oklahoma on your mind. That black top never seems to bring you back. How you always seem to be everywhere and in between. But that highway always seems to lead anywhere but me. When you start the car, when you hit the gas, does the steering wheel try to steer you back? If you're ever somewhere close, you fly right past. It's never Oklahoma on your mind. That black top never seems to bring you back. How you always seem to be everywhere and in between. But that highway always seems to lead anywhere but me. Anywhere. Anywhere but me.
Awesome song.
Thank you.
So where can the people find your music online?
The best way to find everything from Facebook to Instagram to Twitter to YouTube is just look Jerry Sereda. Right here. My name's right here. Just jerrysereda.com. Go check it out. Everything's there. There's some. You can listen to every single song that we have. You can download them, of course, but they're all available to listen to for free on my website, as well as check out all the music videos for free on my website. And hit me up on social media. Send me a message. Let me know what you think of the songs. Tell me what you like about them. If you absolutely hate them, tell me that too. I've been a teacher. I'm good with criticism, and as a teacher, I always want to improve and get better. And the only way I can do that is if people let me know what we can do better.
Awesome. Aaron said awesome song, and thank you for sharing, and congrats on the upcoming album. And my sister Janet said beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, so your songs are great, and you also collaborate with your songwriting, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We my producer Troy Kokel is from Calgary. He's a songwriter himself, and so is his wife Joni Delorier. They actually wrote, and a lot of people who follow Indigenous music might know, they wrote the song "Pickup Truck" that was made a hit by Shane Yellowbird. So that was their song. So I'm working with them, and they, it's always me and Troy or me and Joni, and we bring in other people, like some people from the U.S. we've written with. Jake Matthews, Dwayne Steele, Willie Mack. We're always looking for new people to collaborate with as well. So, if people out there are songwriters and they're listening, hit me up on social media, shoot me a message, let's write a song together. I'm always willing to collaborate with anybody, and you never know when you start writing with somebody, you never really know where that spark is going to be, and you never really know, because one idea leads to another, and all of a sudden golden words roll off somebody's tongue and you have a #1 hit without even knowing it. So it's
awesome.
Shoot me a message. Say hi.
So cool. So do you have any final words?
Yeah. My final words are thank you very much, Rhonda, for having me on today, and for all that you do for all the Indigenous artists and for all the communities around Canada and the world. And, thank you to everybody for tuning in. And, I really do wish from the bottom of my heart that people stay safe and that they have a happy year and that things get better for everybody. It's been a tough year with a lot of loss for a lot of people and a lot of devastation in communities and households around the world. So from the bottom of my heart to yours, I wish you all the best in 2021. And I hope I get to see you all very soon at a live show, and we can all celebrate and raise a glass to good health and happiness.
Thank you, Jerry, for those awesome words. Yes, thank you for coming on the show again. I wanted to feature you again because so you can get onto the podcast and onto my YouTube channel, so you could share it with your fans. And yeah, I just want to say my final words too. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and hand sanitize and wear a mask. And my next guest on Monday is the awesome Felipe Rose from formerly of the Village People. He possibly might sing YMCA, so please come and tune in. It's going to be a fun show with Felipe. He has so much energy and lots of stories to tell. So thank you for tuning in and for my show 59. And when Felipe comes, it'll be show 60. So thank you so much, and hope you have a great week.
Tune in again next time when Rhonda interviews another up-and-coming Indigenous superstar. Only on Indigenous Superstar.